Direct to you from the Oneida Lake Riding Gun Club.
It's the new Oneida Lake Show. It's the new Oneida Lake Show. Cause the old one wasn't good enough. Cause the old one wasn't good enough.
Sponsored by
Anglers
Bay,
in
Bartow
Road
Baiting.
Tackle.
Good afternoon, folks. It is April 5th, 2018, and we had a blizzard yesterday. Welcome to Central New York. This is Rob Graffito for the new Oneida Lake Show, coming to you from Bartow Road Bait and Tackle today. So what can we talk about? Well, let's see. The lake was still pretty much iced up and locked up until yesterday. When hurricane-style winds, we clocked a wind gust in Syracuse at 58 miles an hour. They clocked one up north at 70. Pretty much evacuated the west end of Oneida Lake. It's wide open as far down as about Jewel. What was left is now stacked up in the east end of the lake and is going to have to take its time getting broken up. Again, today there's another heavy west wind, so even more of it's going to blow down that way. Bottom line, guys, it's almost boat time. We're getting there. I can't remember April 5th and having this much cold weather and rain, and I mean, we literally had a whiteout yesterday. So in amongst the trees that were snapped off and dropped, the limb that fell on the van, you know, the power that was out for 131,000 people, at some point or another, we're thinking spring might get here maybe next week, it looks like. So what can we talk about today? Well, how about this? There's still plenty of fishing to do. Even though you can't get on the ice, there are a few boats puttering around the west end, but it's not quite there yet because there is still a lot of ice floating around, so be safe if you do go out there. But there is a lot of perch being caught from shore, as well as some crappies. Sodas Bay was on fire for the longest time. They were getting crappies off the bridge, they were getting perch out in the boats, and now I can tell you from my own observations yesterday when I went to Lock 23, there's some big ones in there. People have been catching them for a few days. It's real simple. They're fishing a fathead minnow on a drop shot. You know, yesterday before the big wind, I ran over there for a short time and did pretty good in a very short period. You don't have to have much skill. They're just there. The Phoenix locks are doing well. The Fulton locks are doing well. I've heard rumors that Big Bend is starting with the crappies. I also heard someone say that yesterday's big wind broke open the first slip over at Toad Harbor. The second slip is still complete ice, but from what I hear, the front one has got a lot of open water in it, so it won't be long for that either. Other things we had to do, trout opener was this past weekend and on Easter. By the way, happy Easter. I understand a lot of people did pretty well. I heard a lot of rainbows and browns being caught out of a lot of the feeder creeks. The stocking program went great. The Salmon River is going to be running at about 1,500, I hear, and the reservoir was taking in 6,000 CFS yesterday, was going into the reservoir. So we're going to be looking at some high water on the Salmon River coming up, but there's still some steelhead being caught. So there's a lot of fishing opportunities around. We're starting to now transition, I think. I think spring is actually in the coming. It's almost here, folks. Bear with it. Get out there. So a couple things coming up. On April 14th, there is the Salt City Bassmasters Fisherman's Garage Sale. It's at the Clay Fire Barn on Route 31. It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, goes till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Come on out. There'll be a lot of good stuff there for you to buy at good prices. I'll be there set up selling a bunch of stuff from Bartow Road. On the 21st is the first Bartow Road Bait and Tackle Open House. I have right now 6 vendors confirmed that'll be here, show off their wares, talk about how they build them, maybe build some custom stuff for you. It's another part of our 5-year anniversary coming up, so we're really excited about that. And last week, the tickets got delivered for the Chittenango Lions Club opening weekend walleye derby, the 40th year of it. Tickets are now available at all the different selling places, and there are a lot of places selling them. Here's a map of your weigh stations. There's 2 24-hour weigh stations again this year, as well as the other 7 measuring stations around the lake. So get your tickets. We've already sold quite a few. This is a big tradition for everybody, and the money that they raise goes to charity and takes care of a lot of people. I've witnessed just how far this money goes. So please support this derby. If you're going to be fishing on Oneida Lake on opening weekend of walleye, It's a $15 ticket. You never know what's going to happen. Don't be that guy who says, I'm not going to buy a ticket and then catches a fish that would have crushed the winner. I've seen that happen multiple times in the last 5 years. Now, I don't need a ticket, but then they go catch a big one. That cost them $1,500. That's right. First place is $1,500. So it's a good derby for a good cause. Come out and support that, please. There's the fourth annual? Yes, our fourth annual Bartow Road Bait and Tackle Pickerel Derby is the Saturday of Memorial Day. We took it back to the traditional day. Last year we went off the day and we only had 150 people that fished. So we're back to the normal day. It's the Saturday Memorial Day, 4 fish limit. Williams back here at 2:30. We'll again have people showing you how to fillet. If you know how to fillet a pickerel, I could use some volunteers because we want to teach people that these fish are not a garbage fish. They're actually very good to eat. All you need to do is learn how to. Cornell University will be here. They'll be sampling the pickerels. I said walleyes. Oops. They'll be sampling the pickerels because they want to do some research. They called me up and said, hey, sounds like you do a lot with this. We'd like to come down and take some samples. And I said, absolutely. Anything to help the fish and the fishery and the biologists that look after our lake. The Constantia Fish Hatchery. I'm guessing within the next week we're going to start seeing some activity there. There are already some fish in the creek. The main run should be coming soon now that the ice is off. If you have kids or if you're interested in that type of thing, you really owe yourself a trip down there. They're open during the day. It's free. You go on in there and watch how they do their job. They are stripping eggs. They are building the egg jars. They're handling thousands of fish to keep the population of walleyes in this lake going. Okay, so in recap, ice is going off the lake. Walleyes are starting to hit the creeks. Some of the shoreline fishing areas are starting to open up. The river is full of perch, a lot of perch, and they're big. I can honestly tell you in all my years fishing Loch 23, I haven't seen size like this. It's pretty exciting. So we're going to get there, folks. It's kind of hard to do these when there's really nothing going on, but we're about to have a lot going on. Just a few side notes. This summer should be a huge summer on this lake. The prolonged ice, the long cold, I feel myself is going to set us up for some spectacular fishing all the way through the summer. So get out there and take advantage of this resource. It's right here.